ISCOM की discussion time bu miyeng tabiriba punamakpu RK Pawan Singhana ISCOM की माइकई दगी तराम नौक्सरी अखोई ngasi discussion time asigi topic oina akhoi ngasi thamjariba topic asi employment through employability haibasini sigi matang asida akhoi gi wangang loi oina resource person oina akhoi gi ISCOM da virtually online की खुथांग दलंगसन बिदुना expert अनि लाइबिरे मिंग ओइना हानबद पंजरबदा Suraj Guruaribam general manager overseas point ओजाबो खोइना तराम नोक्चरी अदुगा अनि सुबदा अखोइगी सर Biswadeep Gupta manager trustees KRC foundation. Welcome sir to our
thank you
discussion time. So for the beginning अखोइगी ओजा Suraj दाइना लाक्चनिंग इज employment versus employability हाइबसी अखोइगी viewers की understanding की दमकता सिमतंग clearly मैम दबतंग ताकपियु अदुगा अनि सुबदा मसीगी employment खतनतना अखोइगी employability सिना employment फंगनबगी मसाक अमा लाई वरकदोइनी हाइबसीगी दरकार अमसुंग understanding सी अदुकी मतिक अखोइगी generation दा दरकार लाई हाइबसीगी मतंग दा हाइबतंग तेंतकना थंबियु अदुगा मखातावा खनमिनस.
Okay. अहानबदैना थमनिंगबजे अखोइगी मणिपुर जिदा एकेडमिक ते याम कन्ना फोकस तौखरे हाइबदी आई ट्यूशन चतबि याद्रे अददगी आई अदु तौदबि यादेना लाइक होई परसेंटेज से खरा वांगनिंगाई नमक अदोमदा फोकस अदोमदा हेनग्रे अदुना कैदोगे हागानसिदा लारिक तंबा लोइरबा मतुंगदुदा थबक तौरगी हारिकानसिदा अखोइगी स्किल सेट्स यामना यारमद्रे हाइबदी इंटरव्यू मचले हेरो interview masala gansida interviewers ina natraga employers ina angonda pamiba gun mayam se ngoda yawbra yawdabra samna haibada koi engineer man lei haise software engineer man lei haise maze app saba yamna hei haise adu maze app saba hei haiba tarabasu maze team player ama oibra maze magi flexibility kamai towi magi communication skills duna kamai towi haibadi communication skills har matung sida ma na tawdoriba मागे क्लाइंट का मा इंटरैक्शंस तौगनी बिजनेस डील तौगनी अदुबु कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स ए हैतब तारबदी मागी हुजिकी ऐप अमा माना डेवलप तौदा माना प्रमोट तौदा मदुगी टारगेट्स मा अचीव तौबंगमदे अदुना एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी हैब तारबदी आइजे हुजिकी हारिबा सिनफमदुदा आइजे मदुगी रिक्वायरमेंट्स मयामदो पुलप यावरब्रा यावदब्रा aduna yawbu tardi ai yare nataba tardi huziki hariba skills si ai tambatai haiba adutuni ahanbina thamsaning basin.
Okay, so in short employability comes first before employment, so employability
right.
is a part of the education or part of the eligibility for the employment. So that opens
it should go side by side because you know what I'm trying to say is education akoina larik taming ai sida mashigi kenozi employability se aingonda yawgadobuni hanba nataba tarabadi larik tamba loire matungda ai hana tamgani larik tamba loire matungda tamba haibasa matam mangi adagi ai thabak amuk thigani adu oina larik taming ai sida hairiba employability gi sigi skill set mayam se koina tamba tarabadi aina larik tamba loire matungda ai job phangbaji yamna laigani aduga thusu thugani aduna hojiki hariba employability se si se competition se hoji yamna wang khare aduna aina ngasi se ai gi percentage yamna wang na चले हाइरजे आई ग्रेजुएशन से लोरे आई 85% चले 90% चले अतुबु आइना थेंगनरु दोबा होजिगी इंटरव्यूज वगैरह नत्रगा इज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप अमादा तौरगा इज आई बिजनेस ओइना मा होगी हाइब्रा अतुबु बिजनेस होगी हाइबा तारबजु होजिगी हाइबा कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स है यामना दरकार होइबा अदुना अनिमक से साइड बाय साइड चटकदोबुनी हाइना आई मयादा थमजनिंगी.
Okay, sir, I mean I'm coming to Sir Biswadeep Gupta. So like our Suraj, Sir Suraj told us that employability is very much necessary, it's a need of the hour now. So according to your observation, especially in Manipur, I mean, how is the employability of our youth and working age group of Manipur population? This is something we want to know from you, sir.
Thank you once again, Pawan. I would say that Manipur is one step ahead of all northeastern states in terms of skills, in terms of people, capabilities, and talents. There is no dearth of talent in Manipur and rest of Northeast. Employability is a factor which is not only related to Manipur or Northeast. It's a global factor. It's an Indian phenomenon. I have been working in this field for last 15, 20 years. I have visited various institutions. And the very concept I have founded a philosophy called 5E for success. The first in education, second is employment, and third is employability. Fourth, big entrepreneurship, and fifth is emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Now, you see the social structure of what we come from, or our Indian culture comes from. We are very good at education. We say, our parents say education is necessary. And once we are educated, what is the next step? The next step is employment. We want employment. Now, Pawan, you will agree with me that in all our household, we have a health plan, we have a financial plan. But if you ask anybody, any father, any parents, do they have employment plan for their children?
Hardly.
We don't discuss this. Employment to milna mushkil hai, we can get, we may not get. A competitive exam will give, and then we'll see how corruption is there in employment. We talk about all those things, but we don't talk about a path to get employed. That is something in our household we need to change. And that is where employability comes. The employability factor is nothing but education and employment. You send your child to school to get employed, ultimately. But you need to also plan how the child or how the boy or girl will get employment. For that, transition period between education to employment is where employability is coming.
Okay. So coming deeper into that topic, I can tell you that, like Manipur has a higher literacy rate, and many numbers of universities and educational institutes are present in Manipur. Just 43 million population of Manipur, but still employment rate in Manipur stands still in 9.5%. This is the second rank in northeastern India, according to what we found in the media. So is it because of the flow in our educational system, or is it because of our culture? I mean, what is your observation, sir?
Pawan, my take would be, we just came back from a very interesting and meaningful session, a workshop in Manipur Technical University, where we had a HR lead of a very big multinational company, Shashwati Sinha, and which was organized by Overseas Point. But the challenge lies not in our youths, not in our education system. I would say a challenge lies on our social system. We need social re-engineering process taking place. We need to talk, as we talk about nutrition, food, culture, health issues in our house. We need to openly discuss from young age employment issues with our children.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Other Suraj, akhoi hojiki sir Biswadeep na haibirba dumaina akhoi social system su yauraga akhoi problem am di leire. Perhaps that's the reason akhoi employment generation da akhoi handare. Ado aina khangjaning idi oja akhoi kanagumam na hainabadadi akhoi industry myam laitabadagi unemployment ni and high ko private enterprise masing watpadagi natraga private enterprise ki presence akhoi Manipur economy da watpadagi employment generate tawdring and high nakana momda mo akhoi employability ki question se laibadagi akhoi employment phangdabani so hai. So confusion is whether the industry comes first or the employability of the or human resource comes first. Please simtang amtang takpiyo.
Okay. Ahanbada ina thamjaningbaje akhoi Manipurda ahanbada every individual in the state they prefer government jobs. Makhoida labor wakhalje government jobs is secure oi haibadi security ma laibasina hena kanai hena adumaina lei adugi matungda akhoi private sector singje ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔꯁ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯗꯤꯕꯦꯂꯞ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯦꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯣꯌꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁꯦ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯣꯌꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ that will make him eligible to get the job aduna khoi social kisisu amuk huziki hariba government gida pamba oina anamana tawe aduga huziki private sina yam kanna pamda aduga private sina khoi part time oina tawge haigumba aduna ai government jobs se phangdri bhaubudi ai sumaina part time kha tawrga ai chatke aduna private sina khoi career oina semge haibana taba aduduna kidorke asida ultimately khoi state ta muk solokpa adigi khoi number of populations yengase adigi huziki hariba fresh graduates mayam was unemployed orga leiba khoi 5 lakhs hena leiriba mayam singse moise government jobs ngairga leireba aduna private jobs moi try tawningdreba aduna akhoi gi manipur gi economy da su muk solae haibidi moi gi contribution su leitre adigi khoi gi revenue generation su leitre government gi da ngairga dum leire aduna sigi su problem khra leibra na su khalle haibidi huziki government da khatang rely tawdoba I mean at the end of the day you want to be independent adigi financially ju sound oiba gamakani adigi chakhot purakani aduna huziki kare hatare employability is siji akhoi ngonda huziki hariba skill set se mayam leiba tarabadi government oitarasu private oitarasu animik se khoi rum thingnama gamgani na khalle
or in short employability might attract the jobs or might attract the industry high whenever sir aina hojiki matang aina argument amtang thamjaning bana say giving an example Manipur gi sportsmen athletics successful athletes me ama puthorokpa sportsmen me ama puthorokpa sina somehow we attract the sports university in Manipur because people government and all over the country think that we deserve this sports university in Manipur because of our successful productions of the sportsmen.
We also deserve, I'm sorry, we also deserve a film institute here because Manipur is the third filmmaking state in the country. We deserve many things, I tell you.
Yeah, thank you so much for mentioning that, sir. So can we agree that employability comes first before the industry? We attract our human resource attracts the industry. See, yabiningi ko Suraj.
I yaning haibadi akhoi da huziki employability se leiba tarbadi khoigi public sector oigera private sector oigera akhoi se matik chaba changmadum ngamgani adigi ai example amazum share tawzage akhoi organizations akhoi interviews makhan kowe ad interviews makhan kowusida resume se kamain ini khangdaba yawe ado khangdaba haibase amarom da magi marandi natti mongonda takpi ningai leitaba ado khangdaba adigi muk ani shubada interview lagan sida khumba hitaba magi academic to ngata chakhibanina magi technical oiba mayam singudi khangba adubu kamaina masabu express tawjagani haibase masi je yaudaba aduduna yaudabadina hojiki hariba position je magi damakta suitable oibra oidabra haibase khangba ngamdaba aduna sigumba challenges se yamna thingnei adigi kari haitare moigi movies kuma yenge matung da moina introduction torpa hasan haibada myself Suraj haiba ada myself Suraj haiba khoi Bollywood tigi lakhiba kinone introductions ngatane adu busi je kare hata incorrect English hoy aduna moidi khangdabanina Bollywood ki matam tammaga nganguba ado moida correct to winning ai se leitaba adune sigumba khoina makhan je khoina thengna ba aduna hojiki hariba akhoi organizations su hoji akhoi takpa hore adigi khoina certain trainings khoina Manipur institutions achauba adigi organizations khoina hoji chatla hoji training people hor khoi kan sida khoi realization ma lak akhoi se khenei ko akhoi je hoji sumaina khumgado buni ko haibado adigi employability har kan sida khoi freshers ngatigi sunati hoji thabak tawriba khoi mi mayam singse institutions ki oigera organizations ki da oigera mogi promotion phangdre haise promotion phangdamase maram leramgani magi seniority oigera khoi government sector dana private sector dana karigumba ingonda leadership quality yaungdraba adu itaradi promotion phangmasi su khara wagani na khale aduna sigi hariba skills akoina soft skills na haiko aduna soft skills de hojikti competition je yamno wangabani aingonda kadi ahen ba legi hebado maduduna ai sak takpa ngamme haibadi meeting ama tawre haise meeting ama tawbata agi meeting se kamaina conduct tawgani haibai khangba madarkar oi adigi mo presentation hairo ai presentation ai pi de ba yarakta ba matang lakani adu ganda ai presentation pi ba haitrdi kamai tawba aigi faminariba clients oigera natra colleagues oigera moin aingon khangba ngamroi adigi mathakta aina hiding a point se kamaina haiba zu mag darkar oi adigi impact ama pi ba musu darkar oi aduna shigumba skill sets mayam je khoina hozik institutions as well as organizations khoina training pi ba hore adigi results se hozik yam phajana phangba hore masi ai mayam dai thamsani.
Okay, thank you so much. Also Suraj ki hojiki employability and soft skills ki makhata badaina akhoi question ama aina hojik online da kanna research tawjaru da phangjarakpa ai observation ni masi yabiningdabra. This question goes to both of you, sir, and I mean I would love to know your opinion from both of you, sir. So actually this Udyam registration data analysis, there is an analysis from Udyam registration data that Manipur has got the highest ranking in MSME registration, and this news came on 31st October. And based on this analysis, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he visited last time, he had clearly expressed his intention to increase the 1 lakh job creation from MSME. And in this registration of MSME, most of the registration comes from the women of Manipur, and we found that this handloom, handicraft, and sericulture based job are actually contributing much of the income in state's income. So my conclusion here is that this employment generation or the sudden increase in the registration of MSME is not because of the skill development provides by the government or the private enterprise. It is actually, it belongs to our culture itself. Since time immemorial, as you know, that our culture has been in for the people have been doing this handloom and handicraft as a rainy day job. So do you think that our skill development programs from the government side and from the private side is helping any way in giving the skill development employability skill in Manipur? This is the question.
Should I answer this first?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Pawan, I would like to segregate your question into 3 parts. The first part, no doubt, Manipur has the highest skill level. It's not about the skill imparted; it's an inborn.
Yes.
I have been listening to this from my childhood, not from my professional days. So there is no question of the entrepreneurial spirit of Manipur. I have been telling people, whatever people does in Manipur, they do it very meticulously, be it anything. We have seen that in terms of film, in terms of our handloom, in terms of Manipur, saris are of high demand. I was not knowing. I mean, I was astonished that it's costing so high. So there is a huge demand for that. There is no question about it. My second part would be, you talked about, hello?
Yes, we are listening, sir.
Talked about registration. Now, the biggest question is, this itself shows that people are entrepreneurial in nature, but we need to do an in-depth study. Registration is fine, but how many banks have really come forward and supported these MSMEs?
Okay.
The number of registration is the people's attributes. Whether the banking system of Manipur has really come forward to support the MSME is the biggest question.
Okay. Okay.
And it has nothing to do with the skill development program of the government of India.
Yeah.
I don't think it is too early to give attribute to that. What is the need of the hour? As far as my information goes, and that is not only in Manipur, across India, across Northeast. In fact, if you go back to a media report, uh, our finance minister in front of Assam chief minister had to scold the former State Bank chairman in front of the camera that why banks are not giving loans to the registered member. This is a big question. Here, a political will, a social will, and a bureaucratic will is needed.
Yes, sir. Sir Suraj.
Okay. Aina sida thamjaning bese ahan bada government na khoi jobs pire. Adi khoi Manipur da khoi handloom khangde handicraft khoi yamna popular oi. Yamna phai sigi opportunity khoi unemployed youths khangde na taga women of Manipur da piba khot base. Adabu akhoi na sida khangba do base. Hoziki hariba thabak se akhoi de pire. Pideba matung duda akhoi kyam kuina hozigi business akhoi tawba ngammi.
Yes.
Aduga I mathakta hozigi business sida akhoi revenue kya generate tawba ngamge. Aina tha amada ai lishing tara generate tawre hero. Mathang sa tha so lishing tara tawre hero. Tara sum continue tawre. Adu di consistency ma maintain tawre. Adubu ai business te maximize tawbra haibidi adu yamna hangba ma darkar hoy. Aduna business haibadi lishing tara phange tha amada second month na lishing kun thra sumaina increase labor. I thought I business develop tawre haibane. Aduna business develop tawre haibata I ngon the skill set khara oiri ngasai na haije giba soft skills haibase. Aduna aina pot se shara matung duda aina pot se promote tawgani. Ada promote tawse aina karigumba haitaba tarabadi. I give promotions to Handarakani. I don't I give sale Hybatarico. Sales at Hawing Lishing Tarata Wuda, Lishing Tarata, Zum Lakpa, Nataga, Handarakuzye. I don't know. Government Shigi job the opportunities of people but the A adu low Wahiba, Mother Garway, adu itad a maximize the Wungamani business say, adu Matunda in employment people, Amuk Namapa, Yabagi, Lambiam, Chow and Lehenai coming.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So, I mean, other sort of Masigi. Hoziki employability ki Manipur da laiba population, especially youth between age group of 21 to 34 is 34% of the population are between this age of 21 and 34. So do you think that this 34% is a big percentage? They are sharing a big share of the population. So do you think that this age group can be like make employable within coming 5 years or 10 years by the governmental initiative and private initiative, although they have already, assuming that they have already done their graduation already. So do you think that any skill development program for employability skill will give them employment in Manipur?
Oh, Yaningi haibidi 34% amarom da haitaradi yamna wangba percentage ne aduga khoi atopa state ka su khoi compare tawse aduga anduda 34% haibse ka tare moiga khoi ga mapana taradi akhoi ji yam maning da lehaurabune adigi huziki hariba employee akhoi gi program khoi gi training je khoi na phajana pibi batarabadi moi de tu adigi khoi gi state da su kana ba yamna phangani adudigi kiba haibase later oi adigi kay hatare business sida business se khoi gi makhan gi business oi bi ai adana business oi bi sida kari hatare moina pamjaba adigi khoi gi startup hairjeba startup tisu khoi gi entrepreneurs myam tholaiba ada tholok pase moi projects myam se moi saraga khoi presentation da phajana piba ngamaudu bu yamna lei adi mo karigumba authorities na moise projects approve tawre harase adu moto moise bank ta mo approach taweba ada bank ta approach tawusida moina phajana present tawba ngamdaba adu dana huziki hariba skill development gi training se pibi batarabadi aina khanjabada huziki rejection gi rate se handarakani na khale aduga khoi gi employment se hengalaga khoi gi state se chakholakani habase ai adu ai chawnai thasabale.
Okay. Now, sir, I mean, I'm coming to Sir Biswadeep. Sir, as you know that the population-wise, Manipur is just a 0.2% of the overall population of India. but Manipur has contributed, a big percentage in civil UPSC exams, and even in the international stage in the sports and games and sports, we are contributing, more than 50%. So, do you still think that Manipur youths are, like in the least skill category, or still they are in a better position comparison to other states of the India?
See, once I went to a doctor in Calcutta, where I wanted to understand what is the success rate of the operation. That was for my mother. This doctor gave a very good reply. We have 98% success rate. Rest is few things. But for those 2% unsuccessful rates, it's 100% for them.
Okay.
So, what I would like to say is that we should not only be happy with a few Mary Kom or some sort of a achievement, and then we just think that okay, our state is ahead, we are very capable. If we are so, and it's across India, if all the Indians were so good across the world, everybody is talking about India, then why do we have so much of poverty? It's not about what we have already achieved. Its focus must be on what we need to achieve.
Yes.
That should be the focus, and there is no doubt government initiatives are going on. The skill initiatives are going on, but I have been talking to people and I have got some feedback. If you see, the Ministry of Skill Development in Manipur has no funding. They are not able to give their salary from their any assigned fund. They have the department. It's very nice to say we have these, we have that, but you need to go a little depth. We just don't need to go into what government is circulating. We need to also talk, because we are private sector people, we will go by data what we have, what the data not fact. So, I mean, there is a huge potential of our boys and girls. 5 years, I will say 2.5 years, we can achieve 20% of that 35% population you are talking about. We can achieve that. But seriously, there is a need for bureaucratic and political intervention. I have been talking to bureaucrats here, and they have said that we need some major shake-up in decision. So it's not about Manipur. Across Northeast, our boys and girls are very good. We need proper attention. Employment is a big, sensitive issue that our public leaders should understand.
Yeah.
And that should be given top priority. Otherwise, we'll again go back to what we went through last 30, 40 years.
Okay, sir. So again, you could clearly see that, sir, I mean, most of the youths, especially this current generation, youth from this current generation are going out of Manipur, going out of the northeastern states to the other parts of the cities in India for the education and especially for the, seeking the employment. So is it, you agree that we are lacking the opportunities, job opportunities in Manipur? That's why they are going out, despite the presence of, like naturally abundant natural resources in Manipur. Still, we are unable to utilize it, tap it out properly, but we are going out for the employment outside the state. So is it not because of our, lack of the understanding, or is it because that we are lack of the job opportunity?
See, you have to see the last 15, 20 years of Manipur. I mean, we had disturbed area and we had some challenges which needs changes, and looking into so much of resources, we could not take advantage of it for last 30, 40 years across Northeast, everything. Now, government cannot give jobs, they are not declaring. Nagaland government has declared 15 years back that we cannot give jobs to all. So similarly, the narrative should be not 1 crore job I will create out of MSME. The narrative should be, you are capable, you are getting all the facilities. Government should not go into job giving. It should go into a facilitation mode. Anything I want to do, there should be a single window. They should create an environment of peace, tranquility, and looking into the coming 10 years, looking into the government of India's Narendra Modi's focus on APPs, we should start getting ready to hug the progress which we are going to get. I have been talking to people. We should make our youths ready. Otherwise, again, the next generation will lose the opportunity where when the time comes, we will be less skilled, less prepared, and somebody else will take our job.
Thank you, sir. I mean, it's a very optimistic view. Sir, other Suraj, I know is a similar line to the employability skill, the entrepreneurial skills. Akhoi Manipur ki youth sing sida pishan biragadi. Hujik Manipur ki law and order situation ju khar stable ore. Ai tar de akhoi mapanda employment gi damakta education gi damakta thokki basi khara handaraga brain drain tawbasi khara handa hanba ngambagi khudong chawal laine na khan brand traga. Still, are we going to look for the opportunities outside Manipur?
Okay. Ngasai gi hariba brain drain se. Shigi mohotai di brain gain nin ai thamjage.
Okay, opportunity.
Recently, akhoi nasum angang oningai da khoina tarakpada khongban gi hangoi haiba ma adigi emuk khoi gi lake chawba achawba lake amagi hangoi haiba ma. Exposure is a kinare. Akhoi Manipur da leiba taradi akhoi Manipur gi environment dagi nattadana akhoi karim ta khangde aduna akhoi ge limited ore akhoi gi kenose ado akhoi na mapan thola ganda di akhoi gi mi je makhan koi thengdare magi culture da khangde environment khangde adigi magi chatna riba practices adigi office da toriba practices me am akhoi na tamba phange adigi madugi knowledge man experiences me am akhoi na pura matung da khoi Manipur da khoi adapt tor matung da khoi implement tor matung du da hojigi hariba culture je hanigi khoi traditional oibe je khoi na phado khraga anouba adopt to ngamba adigi implement to ngamba aduga mashi jina khoi gi thabok to bu da su nungaiba adigi magi time savings oiba aduguma mayam so khoi phangi hena aidi haijaningi haibadi ai isamaksu ai education se class 12 lore matung da ai je Delhi da chatlaga ai larik tamduna thabok tawbusida kari hatara being a northeastern guy is maning ya I mean I was far behind Delhi Heights ma'am ga competition to rugan sida ai gi kari hatare aina khangdaba mayam thingnari ai gi loan da su ai gi problem lakhi adagi akhoi ji kari hatare yam thina katare maning da leram me hena ai haisege because they are quite advanced adugi aina thingnagi ba challenges mayam do adugi matung da khoi gi kari hatare kanna hotna ba ma abdu ma changi dedication ma changi adugi matung da kondhangda mayam maraktagi akhoina makok oibang ngamakhiba adudigi akhoina hosiki hariba knowledge mayam se sisi khoina ai hosik Manipur da leire ai settle torga leire ai family ga tore aduna sida hosiki hariba aina apply to busi hoi again aina phangai be experiences mayam singse Delhi digini adubu ai chap manana apply to budi ade Manipur da habidi magi market se mu khena bolina market se khenei adun ai khara ai break phada bi ade adubu hosiki anouba ideas mayam se si sina khoina apply to buda result phangbaje yam thina phajana result phangi aduna ngasai gi hariba ai di brain gain ne ai di thamjani because we need exposure.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Yam optimistic oina habire oza ado oza ai aroi boy no khagi matam su tension lakpani na akhoi viewers in gedamakta khoi employability basic employability skill je masi lairagadi akhoi employability the employment da kana purakani habigi basic employability skill do hypet viewers gi knowledge oina ba ozana hypetang takpi.
Okay, ahan bada ina mayam da nahazing da ina thamjaning baje tuitions akhoi tamba ya ba tamkhre hojikti anouba ma tamasi kari tamni ha gan sada career ama shemba adigi muk for how long do I have to depend on my parents financially moi de sum niraga charaga ai comfort zone nam lega ima leiri ipa leiri moi na dum tawni hena zum leiba tarabadi ai su zum ai gi identity ai gi manghini adigi chakhol ko su puroi aduna hojiki hariba soft skills training je hobiro immediately mashi jina khangba khoigi hojiki hariba communication skills hairo adigi team building exercise hairo adigi negotiation skills kamaina negotiate tawni haibso oi khangba darkar oi adigi khoigi problem solving every organization or institutions or even a family there's a problem later because you're a human aduna I wonder huzigi hariba knowledge mayam se problem solving gi khangba tarabadi ain achatpa khudingda aina problems solve to ngamgani adu batarabadi mayam I want accept haibase adigi recognition haibase si lakani aduna huzigi training se soft skills training se yamna darkar oirabane aduna mashi sina aigi dreams I achieved to ngamni I strongly believe that.
Thank you so much. Now coming to Sir Gupta, for our viewers especially, I would love to hear from you that that Manipur has lots of prospect. If we have the employability skill, proper employability skill, we really have the like lots of prospect. So please explain it to our viewers, elaborately that we feel so motivated.
See, employability is not anything which is a one-time thing. You need to be skilled on a continuous basis because world is moving very fast. In this COVID time, we have when the COVID hit, I had told somebody in my hometown Silchar that you will see new faces in the street very soon.
Okay.
There will be people whom you have never known, they will be available. So what we are going to get is, we are going to get lots of talent back from places across the country where they come, they will bring in lots and lots of experiences. Now, these are the resources which government and society should tap. They are the one who can motivate our people. They can become a role model for the society. I have told today, there are not only 1 or 2 people available in Manipur, hundreds and thousands of achievers available. So, employability skill is something which I think we should start very soon from the school levels, and it should go ahead. Most importantly, we are born entrepreneurs. I mean, I can say that I have seen people making soaps, making wine, and you need a proper consulting environment, proper business environment where you need to bring in some good people who can generate this ideation to marketability. That phase is the need of the hour, where you need to get some help from outside, but our youths can do wonders, because today who wants to go out of their hometown and work?
Yeah,
how many
naturally.
Gujarati people we see in Northeast? How many Maharashtrian is there in Northeast? Do I really love to go to Delhi or Calcutta to work? No, I would be very happy if I get something in Northeast, in Guwahati, in Silchar, in Imphal. So nobody likes to leave their house and go. What is the solution? Solution is you become skilled, you will get a job in your own hometown. Somebody will like to put you in your own hometown because you are skilled. I mean, if you see, if somebody can be skilled enough to only do communication, if he knows communication, you can do anything. I am an engineering graduate and a management graduate, but I am also a journalist. I'm also a trainer. I'm also into management consulting. So how did I do it? It has not come automatically, because I cultured some skill set. I was observant to my social needs, my environment, that okay, if I have developed these skills, I can also do this. So to tell you frankly, I have never gone back to my university to collect my MBA degree also.
Oh.
Because I have never applied for a job. It's lying there in my university. That's why I'm not able to do my PhD, but that's a separate issue. It's just a passing remark. But most importantly, our boys and girls need to learn, relearn, and also take steps, and we, the society, particularly I tell everybody, we need to educate our parents first. We need to bring in employability concept to the parents. When 15 years back, I tell you, I went to an Central University where I met the MBA head of the department. When I talked to him that I do 5E for success, I mean, these are the 5Es. He asked me, Biswadeep, what is employability? Right. So how do you, if a management head of the department does not understand employability, how do you expect a parent to understand that? So more we talk, more we do. What I'm thankful to you and your channel that you have taken this initiative to talk about it to start with. These are the things which will go down the line.
Yeah, we hope so, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable advice, and this will really help our viewers and especially our youth. And finally, to our Sir Suraj. Sir Suraj, akhoi Manipur hojik employability skills develop tarokna bahna wada. Kari maru oina kari obstacle akhoi hojik face tawri bage aduga madugi solution kari oibe yabage hapetang aroi boina tang panbiram oza.
Okay. Awareness yamna darkar oi. Haibadi hojik phawba khangdaba yamna yauri. Haibadi employability ze shigi ngamningai damakta akhoi certain trainings akhoi darkar oi hebese shigi awareness se yamna darkar oi aduna akhoi ze awareness se hojik se yam kanna akhoi promote tawri. Akhoi organizations na tawri bese hojik hoi kino ai kaitare shigi topics kitang unrelated oiba ma haraga hoigi career planning se career planning se akhoi Manipur se tawri se traditional career planning oina tawwe. Aduna hojiki modern society is the scientific career planning haibese darkar oire haibese masi yamna parents sing the khanghan ba machu sangi adigi students sing the sumo khangam changi masi sida ama khatang na khanghan laga ya ga do bunati ani mak khangam masai haibadi ani mak se coordination laina ga do boni then ultimately my parents na funding to be aduna hojiki scientific career planning ama hauba haure akhoi organizations na hojik se adigi mathak ta hojiki haiba training sing se akoina institutions se amna chatle chatlaga akoina mogi darkar oiba singdo akoina haibadi ahan bada aina haigado buze moingonda leitaba qualities karino adu han ai khangba tai ko adugi matungi na koina deliver to biba haibadi akoi ngonda halaiba awareness program gi khogi modules adigi training modules myam ji akoina customize tawga akoina we haibadi haiba jaga dugi khenabani na A haiba institution ga B haiba institutions ga magi requirement manani haiba kainta guarantee laite aduna hojiki haiba je khoina hana phasana thigat laga madugi matung ina khoina deliver to wiba aduna awareness ama darkar oi results hojik phangba haure adubu result ki hai phangba se comparatively atopa state ka yamna sondhana leiri aduna sida khoi sarkar gi intervention yamna darkar oi hinas ai thamjani.
Okay. Thank you so much, to both of you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable time and for giving us a valuable advice for our viewers. Thank you so much for your presence.
Thank you for having me.
And akhoi ISCOM gi discussion time bu yengbidawa viewer punamaksu amu hanna kaina dawa yathang nizari. Thank you so much.